What's up? What's up? What's up there, travel family? It's your favorite travel girl here, the travel ho, coming to you with another quick video just for you. And today's subject, today's topic, we're going to talk about seven. Let me get that right. Seven things to do before your next international flight. All right. So I'm going to come in here and give you these 7 things, and we're going to get on up out of here. All right. So let's get started. Number one, the most important thing that you can do for your flight is to make sure that your visas and your passports are up to date. Listen, you don't want to get stuck out here with your passport, about to expire in 6 months and you get ready to leave. Some states and a lot of countries, and even the passport office themselves is a big stickler about when your passport is about to expire. You usually have a 6-month window. So you want to make sure that you get those things taken care of. Make sure that everything is up to date before you before you schedule to fly out. All right. It's number one. Number two is that you want to check the health advisories as well as the travel advisories for the countries that you're going to. In today's world, there's a lot of different things going on, and so you want to make sure that there aren't any health risks for yourself, as well as any travel risk for yourself when you're visiting your desired country. Okay, so again, check the health advisories as well as the travel warnings that they might have for the country that you're visiting. Okay. Number three is to get vaccinated and to fill all of your prescriptions. Again, depending on the countries that you're going to, you need to have certain shots sometimes and certain things. Some countries still may require you because we're still dealing with COVID. So they may require you to have vaccinations. So you just want to, again, make sure that you have everything that you need as well as any regular prescriptions that you have. Make sure they are filled. I would definitely suggest you keep everything in its own bottle with its own label so that should anything happen, or your bag gets pulled for whatever reason, you can clearly state what your medications are. All right, so that's number three. Number four, this one is super, super important. I'm not sure how many people know about this, but you want to register your trip with your U.S. State Department. And again, why? You may ask why. So we're going to delve into that a little bit. And the simple answer is should something happen in the country that you are visiting, then the U.S. consulate there knows, the State Department knows that you were visiting that country, that you were there, and you can also, I believe, put your itinerary in, so they also know how to contact you. And I believe there's a way for you to also leave the information for your relatives to do, so that they too can be able to get a hold of the State Department should some unrest happen in the country that you're visiting. All right. So again, that's a very good thing to do. Register your trip with the U.S. State Department. All right. Number four, have acceptable forms of payment. I would suggest having some currency of the country that you're visiting, but definitely have a credit card. Now, in a previous video, we kind of talked about credit versus debit. We can go back and revisit that, but there are stronger advantages to having a credit card if you can. There's a lot of protections with a credit card versus sometimes with a debit card. Sometimes you have to be careful. People will scam and stuff like that. And we all, I'm sure, have been through that maybe once or twice where we've had to, shut that card down and to get another one. We know how tedious that can be. So a credit card will give you a little bit more protection. So again, you want to make sure that you have enough forms of different payment in your wallet or your pocket when you're traveling, should something again happen. All right. And where we at? Where we at? Number six. Number six. This one is also very important. A lot of people don't do this. Anytime that I'm booking a trip for anyone, I always, 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 let me say that again, always include this. And that is travel insurance. Listen, get travel insurance. I know there are a lot of third parties that people use. People say, hey, I can get my my trip cheaper or whatever, understand those places they still have a commission built into those prices. Sometimes you don't always get insurance, and sometimes when we're dealing with third party carriers, uh, sometimes it can be a little tough trying to maneuver and get things done when things aren't right. So you want to make sure that you have travel insurance, but more than that, you're picking the right plan to cover you based on your needs. All right. So again, always have travel insurance. And again, when I'm booking anyone's trip, I am always including it in, and I give people then the option to decline. But I always suggest that people take it because in today's days and time, anything can happen. All right. So that's number 6. And number 7, last one on the list, pack appropriately. Now, I know you may say, Sean, well, that's self explanatory. But listen, I travel a lot to the Caribbean myself. And so can you imagine, packing my suitcase and I'm coming back from a trip and I said, okay, I'm just gonna throw this back in my suitcase and realize, hey, I'm going to Alaska. I might want some different clothes. It might be a little bit cold. So you just want to make sure that you're packing appropriate clothing for the climate that you are going to. And if you're not sure if the weather is mixed, sometimes on our cruise, I deal with that. That sometimes when you get to the islands are usually hot, but there have been days when we're cruising that it's been rainy, it's been a little windy. At night, it can get the sea air can be a little cool, so I always bring a jacket or a sweater. And I usually always will bring a pair of jeans with me just in case. Even though I'm sailing to the Caribbean, it just depends. So you just want to make sure again that you pack appropriately. And that's it, guys. That's my 7 tips for things to do before you fly internationally. But before we get out of here, I do have one bonus. I do have a bonus for you. Um, whatever country, and here's the bonus, whatever country you're visiting, do your homework. Make sure you are doing research. Understand what's going on in the country, because again, that will help with travel advisories, that will help with health advisories, and try to learn maybe uh, a few of the simple sayings to the country that you're visiting. So learn maybe how to say hello, thank you, goodbye, good evening, good morning, something like that. Tons of videos on this thing I like to call YouTube University. If you know someone in that country, then have dialogue with them and have them teach you a couple of words. But do your research. Know where you're going. Um, Discover some of the things that you would like to do. If you're going to Paris, are you going to see the Eiffel Tower, or are you just going to be going? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to see? Do some research because it will help you too to book your trip and have a better experience. And that's what we try to do, is give you the best experience possible. So you want to just make sure that you're doing your research, you know what's going on in the country that you're visiting, and you get to do all that you set out to do. So again, that's it. That's my 7 tips for you with a 1 extra added bonus. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Do me a favor, as always, comment, like, and share. And until the next time, guys, peace.